I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I'm torn. I actually gave this a higher rating, but if somebody said, hey, do you want to watch this or Ooga Booga tonight?
I would say, please just fucking leave. Why do I even know you?
It's like, hey, let's just not watch a movie.
You're about to engage in a conversation you know or care nothing about.
You press play on the Rewind Guys podcast, the show where we talk about movies. I'm your host, Patrick Andrews, joined by the man with no tan, Mike Andrus.
What's up?
And the guy with the tie, Russell Andrews.
Hi, Daddy.
Today.
Oh, no. Forgot about that.
Today we're talking about Captain America. And no, not the one with Chris Evans.
Sadly.
The worst one, apparently. This is an action movie, rated PG-13, has a runtime of 1 hour and 37 minutes, was released December 14th, 1990. This movie was filmed in former Yugoslavia with a little bit of Los Angeles and had a budget of questionably $3 million and made $10,173 in the box office. This movie stars Matt Salinger as Captain America and Scott Paulin as the Red Skull. This movie was filmed by Albert Pyun. Okay.
Wait, I have a question.
What's the question?
So you said this is the worst Captain America?
Well, I don't know if it's arguably the worst.
I saw some clips from the ones from the 70s.
Oh, yes, so did I.
And I don't know if this is the worst one.
Did you see the clip where his from the was it 70? Well, what 70? 79?
I'm not sure. There was like 77 was one.
Oh, so were there two actual films?
I think there was two. Yeah.
Okay, I only knew of the one, and then I wasn't for sure if there was another one. But did you see the one where the van opens up and his bike comes out, and then he throws the shield, and it's so anticlimactic it just like soars forever, and then it comes back.
Part.
Oh, you got to see that.
I just
so
saw
good.
him like chase someone down out of like a dune buggy on a beach.
Oh, that sounds cool. I didn't see that at all.
It was really weird.
Okay, before we get into this movie, I'm going to be all over the place, but Russell, I have to know, what other action movies, because you say they're all the same, what other action movies have you seen, or action movies, comic book movies, superhero movies have you seen, and how does this measure up with them?
I have seen Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
I have probably seen Batman movies, I feel like.
Okay.
But I don't really remember. I just remember them being terrible.
And
I feel like this is definitely, I feel like Captain America and Batman are like best friends. They're like Beavis and Butthead of superheroes.
Oh, okay.
So,
So
I feel like this is just about like every other one.
So you're putting this on the same platform as Guardians of the Galaxy?
I mean, you know, obviously Guardians of the Galaxy is new and they have lots of flashy things to add to the story, but if you strip it down, it's kind of the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Mike,
it's the same
you
thing.
look like you're in complete agreement.
No.
Yeah, because, dude, I will gladly watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
I've also seen Iron Man, which is just Captain America, but with an attitude and robot costumes.
Yes. That's good, too, though.
I don't know. I feel like there's probably more.
Have you perhaps seen Captain America?
Yes.
No.
To compare it to.
No.
I will have to pick that one at some point.
I think I actually wrote down a quote from the movie, which I think describes this perfectly. The red face man says that he's a clownish symbol that no one cares about. And I agree with Captain America. Is a clownish symbol of American bullshit that nobody really cares about.
Yes, and I'm going to use that segue to go on that point of, I thought the same thing. I was like, here's the thing, right? So a year before this was Batman. Roughly, maybe.
It makes sense.
Okay.
It's like kind of the same thing.
And I think they were kind of going for like, maybe not necessarily a cash grab, but trying to ride that wave of their success. Superheroes are a big thing.
I heard that was actually a thing. They were trying to get off the success of Batman.
Okay. But where Batman did it right is it was all stylized, right? Like you had you had Batman, you had Gotham. Like, the whole world was essentially the comic book come to life. In this, you have the real world, and then you have Captain America. You have one guy who is like this clown because he doesn't fit into... They didn't blend it well. They did not blend this whole superhero with this real life.
He's also like the worst superhero for like low budget.
Yes.
'Cause, I mean, really, all his power is he's faster and stronger than a regular man.
Dude, he has a shield.
He's got a shield, yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm gonna be all
I hate
over
the
the
shield
place.
in this one.
I sort of like that they have like this weird comic book guy in a normal world, though, just because it shows. I think it really shows how silly these comic book superhero guys really are.
Yeah, you would
because
like that.
it's
You
just
ass.
it's just like silliness. It's all silly. And
No, and it.
it's just I don't know.
Okay.
I don't get off on these things.
I do.
Like I know you
yeah.
do.
Oh yeah. I'm like,
I just I'm not like Captain America, please.
Yes, do it for your
America's
country.
ass.
No, man, I like comic book movies. I like sci-fi. I like stepping out of the ordinary into all this.
I like sci-fi.
Okay.
Superheroes are not sci-fi. That's like
Yes, they are.
fantasy.
Okay.
Fantasy, sci-fi.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, and it is.
No.
It is, and I love it. Here's
It's fiction minus the science.
okay. Yeah, but
It's pseudo sci-fi.
I don't know if that works, but
Works.
I'll be
It
on board.
works.
Sure.
So
Here's-
you're saying that in all sci-fi, the science is realistic?
Always.
Ah.
Forever.
Okay, actually, I will kind of side on Russell with this a little bit because
I've watched a lot of sci-fi movies that are bullshit.
no, and,
No, it's true.
and no,
It's
no,
true.
and that's true, and that's
It's
true, it's
true.
true. But here's the thing: like, I think with sci-fi movies, with most sci-fi movies, they do this pseudoscience where it's believable. This doesn't. This is not believable.
I feel like in comic book movies and superhero movies, it's always there's a problem, and what's gonna happen? Oh wait, the bad guy or the good guy has some amazing power that suddenly is gonna save the day.
I'll wait for you. Forever and ever and ever and ever. Come back for me, Steve.
we could not have gotten to where we are today without the failures of the yesteryears. Okay.
Has it come a long way, or has the pizzazz that they just add to the same story? You know, some better acting.
Okay, but what is a story other than pizzazz?
What's a story other than pizzazz? What do you mean?
That's all a story is. What makes
It
a good
doesn't-
story is just being pizzazzy.
No, I mean like
Pizzazz.
I mean like the effects, the acting. They've upgraded
I mean, those are
things.
pretty important things.
Yeah, but I feel like a movie is a story that you watch.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
It's all visual.
So imagine you have a
Mostly.
really interesting book,
Yes.
right? It's good because of the words in it. It's not good because it's on fancy, flashy paper.
Right. No,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm on board. I can
But
agree
the
with
words
that.
are making you think of the fancy, flashy things in your head.
Yes.
Yes.
And
So,
I
like,
don't.
so when they make a
comic
movie,
book
they have
movies don't make me think of anything other than, wow, these guys are flying around. They got some tights on. They're looking good.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I
all
mean,
eye
do you need
candy.
anything else?
But no, and here's the thing. And don't. I hate it when people do this. Don't do this. Where it's like
Don't do
it's
what?
all the same story. Okay, but here's the thing. If you have a movie over here with these actors in this story where they rob a bank, it's going to be different than these people in this story how they rob a bank. You can have similar stories with
Yeah,
different.
similar story, right?
These are similar stories.
They're like the same thing, man.
They,
It's the
they
same.
take different avenues, different routes, different plot
This
points.
is getting
different-
way more heated than I thought it would.
I just don't like it.
I don't even know why I'm defending this.
I
I think you're defending the genre more
yes.
than the movie.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. I'm on board. I'm gonna
Because
say
like
that.
let's be honest here. We all know this movie was crap.
Yes. Okay. And
This is the best movie I've ever seen.
that being said, this was my pick. I shot myself in the foot with this pick because I got this. I picked this rather because I was expecting something from what I had heard to be so bad it's good. And I picked it to enjoy it while also torturing you. You don't like superhero movies. You don't like 80s movies. You don't like 90s movies. And I figured this one being...
Well, maybe 90s.
I forgot one part
Maybe
of
90s.
that statement is he just doesn't like movies.
Oh, exactly. So, I mean, like, this is everything wrapped into one.
I'd like you to meet Richard Ehrlich. He's a special observer sent by President Roosevelt.
Remarkable work, Dr. Vaselli.
Congratulations.
For those of you who have never seen Captain America 1990, most of you at first glance might assume that this movie is about Captain America stopping the evil Red Skull from implanting a mind control device in the President of the United States of America, thus taking over our country. The real story is about a young child and his friend on a lifelong adventure to find this elusive rocket man. And along the way, creating friends, finding adventures, and
Dying.
even himself becoming President of the United States. He doesn't die.
One of them does.
Oh, that poor guy. Poor Sam. Was it Sam?
Yeah, it was Sam.
Sam.
Sam was
Sam.
Sam was the
That's
best
his name.
character.
He was pretty
Yeah,
good.
probably.
Oh, man. Okay, so yes, that is Captain America in a nutshell.
Do you think that's what that song's about? Rocket Man? Think it's about Captain America?
I really do after watching this. Probably not.
I'm real confused about the rocket scene, but we'll get to that.
Oh man, that is so good. So okay, right? So let's just start this movie. Let's get into the beginning of this movie, okay? Because I'm gonna be honest, I could probably make 2 full episodes on this movie. So
I'm thinking like we could probably make like 3.
we
honestly.
we need to just like kind of really get through all this because, dude. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this. I will. I'm gonna defend the director a little bit, but at first I hated him also. I think there's some bad editing.
The editing. Oh my god.
There's
it's so
some bad acting. There
Debatable.
is bad story. There's just bad everything. And I even wanted to put the director in this, but I can't from some snippets and things I read. And I don't even know how true this shit is. Finding any information on this movie is so difficult.
Well, yeah, because now the market's just flooded with the current Captain America stuff. It's probably impossible to find anything that isn't related to that.
Yeah, and then what's worse is sometimes when I'm finding stuff over here that's talking about this subject, there's something that kind of contradicts it, and I don't know where this stuff is coming from, so I don't know how legit it is. But I've read enough to kind of come to my own conclusions, okay? And I'm just gonna speak and stick to my convictions. And if somebody out there knows otherwise, I would love to hear it. Because actually, I'm really interested in knowing more about this movie. This movie seems like it might have more going on behind the scenes than meets the eye.
Like a food fight type situation.
Yes, actually, but I don't think it's quite as bad.
The person that made the costume made the Batman costume for the original Batman film for Tim Burton. So and then she was really good, and her shop was really good, but they just couldn't overcome the real human ears when they come out of that hole. It did a weird sort of wrinkling, and it's just that we tried to adjust it, and Marvel said no, it had to be the ears, and had to be the ears, had to be the ears. So we couldn't figure out any other way to make it look sort of seamless, and it was the ultimate solution was the fake ears. I think overall, considering we had to shoot bright sunlight,
We all had that one guy.
What? I mean, I'm waiting for him, Mr. Wright, if you're out there.
That was the question. Have we all had that one guy? No, have we all had that one guy or a friend who's all like, they were trying to do like the Keep Up with the Joneses type situation, but they couldn't quite afford the same thing as everybody else, so they get the lesser thing. And they try and play it off where it's like, oh yeah, I totally could have got this or this, but I just decided to kind of get this, because I mean, it really makes sense more economically or whatever, tries to kind of play it off, you know what I'm saying? Like that
I
kind
mean,
of.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't think I've experienced that.
Damn, I have, like, numerous times. Okay, I kind of feel, all I'm getting at is I feel like this film may have done something very similar. I'm reading things, right, and they're like, they were thinking about Val Kilmer for the part of Captain America, or Dolph Lundgren, or Arnold Schwarzenegger, but then they decided on Matt Salinger. And I'm like, what? Because all those other actors are established, and the only thing Matt Salinger's done up to this point has been a side character in the movie Revenge of the Nerds. That is it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I honestly don't think I've seen this guy in anything before or since.
I
No.
didn't really have a problem with Matt Salad Fingers as the as the guy. I thought he was pretty good. He looked the part. I feel like he was kind of big.
Oh, disagree.
He looked like
disagree.
1940s typical what you would see like on those old those old propaganda posters. With
okay.
I mean, he
blonde
does have
kind of hair and the
Blue
body.
eyes, yeah.
Yeah, he looks like an American guy.
He does have like the 40s or 50s like American. guy look down.
Okay. He does. Here's the weird part, okay? I don't know if you guys can get on board with this. I don't know if anybody else is going to know what I'm talking about. But here's the deal, all right? When he is just wearing his bodysuit, I think there's only 2 times where he takes his, like, coif off or his head covering, whatever, his
my God,
mask.
don't get me started on his head covering.
What do you got? Say it.
The plastic ears.
Yes!
Oh, my God.
Could you see it in the movie or did you read it?
I didn't notice it the first time.
Okay.
Then I read it, and I watched the movie again, and I couldn't unsee it.
Yes.
See, what was wrong with his ears?
They were
those
rubber
weren't
ears.
his ears. Every time you saw him with his mask on, those were fake ears on the outside of the costume.
They couldn't find a way to cut the ear holes out properly without wrinkling the headpiece or chafing the actor's ears. So their way around it was to put rubber ears on the outside. And honestly, even knowing it, I thought it was all right.
I mean, like,
It's not
if
bad.
you knew about it.
Yeah. It's
'cause
fun
there's
to
like
watch.
a huge gap on one of them, and it's like very clearly not attached at that part.
So good. Yeah.
So it's like, but I didn't notice it the first time watching though.
No, neither did
So
I. And after I read it, my eyes were glued the entire time through.
Every time he was wearing it, I was just staring
yeah.
at like where are the ears.
Your
Yep.
eyes were glued better than his ears were.
Yes, they were.
I have to say though, knowing now that the budget was only $3 million,
Yeah.
I have like more sympathy for this movie because I feel like for $3 million,
Yeah.
they did a lot of stuff. They
So-
filmed it in another country. They had some
Yeah.
fancy cars and stuff. And you said they were considering Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes, they decided
This
against
foreign guy with a thick accent,
Yes.
right? Clearly from another country for
Yes.
Captain America.
His accent's what supposedly is what made them like, no, sorry, we're not going to go with Arnold. But I still call bullshit
They-
on that, man. All those
They
choices.
fucked up.
I think all those choices.
Arnold
were
as
bad.
Captain America could have been the greatest moment in history.
I think
they could have overdubbed
Yes,
his voice.
Exactly. It
No,
was so
no,
good.
he needs the accent. That would have just made it so much better.
Because that's all I ever see in any of his movies. He was only meant to play one role.
Captain America.
No,
Yeah.
Kindergarten Cop. Anyway, no. Going back to his look, here's the thing: he's tall, he's stocky. He's not really built, but that's up to the suit and padding to cover that shit up. That's fine. But when he doesn't have the headpiece on, right? There's a few times he's only in the jumpsuit. He actually looks kind of cool.
Yeah, he looks like, I feel like the 1940s, which is what they were shooting for.
Yes.
Right? Tough guy was always that guy that was like big but kind of fat. They'd pull their pants up kind of high to
Right,
hide their
like
gut.
an average guy.
Yeah, but he's just strong too.
Right, and then there's nothing wrong with that. But here's the thing: yeah, without the headpiece, he looks kind of badass. But when he wears that headpiece and he's got like his nose and his cheeks and his mouth, his features seem too soft. He doesn't I'm sorry. He never conveys anger. Is it just me? He never gets angry.
Why does he have to be angry?
He's fighting, man.
Why are you so angry?
No, because
Like I said, I think he did a good job. I liked his character.
wow, this is a.
I
this is
hate
a
Captain
twist.
America, but I think he did a good job playing
Wow.
Captain America.
Wow,
He did. He did a good job.
Wow,
I don't think you need to be angry to fight, and I don't think you need to be.
I don't buy
I just-
any type of adrenaline and he's not in any of this. His heart's not in it, man.
Captain, are you okay? Hold it. No, wait, don't leave me out here.
Maybe a place where they went wrong is I don't think they got the right director. I'm not saying that this Albert Pyun is a bad director. I just don't
I'm just
think
saying he's a bad director.
Yeah, no, I don't think he shared the same vision as maybe Marvel or this 21st century film company.
I think he probably wasn't a bad director, but they really did have a bad editor.
Yes, 100%.
And I think that probably did more damage to his filming of the movie than anything.
Well, apparently, from what I read, he has a director's cut. And I don't know where it exists or how you get it. Maybe you can just order it. I have no idea. I didn't look into it. But I guess it's supposed to be way better than this. A lot of people say it is so much better than this film.
You mean like they don't change angles 4 times in one punch?
Maybe not. I don't know. Those action scenes were definitely something else. At the time, in '89, Captain America was wearing a black suit. And the director thought that would be a better look for the film. But Marvel's like, no, he has to wear the red, white, and blue. And then he's like, well, okay. And then he was talking about maybe doing something more tactical, something more practical, something that maybe
Something like the modern Marvel does.
probably.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it has to be the typical red, white, and blue leather jumpsuit, period. And so, and there have been there was like a couple other things that the director's like, hey, we should do this. And Marvel's like, no, don't do it. You do this. And here's
That's
the thing.
Interesting.
And so I think the thing is this. The director is what puts it all together. Their vision is what you end up with, right? So if the production company and the director do not share the same vision, or you're just not going to let the director have full creative, freedom, you need to hire somebody who has your vision in mind. Because I think that's where we lose a lot too, is kind of maybe a conflict of what they want versus what he's trying to put into it.
Il ragazzo è stato scelto per la sua perfezione mentale.
Let's get into the movie for reals this time.
Are you sure we can't find something to distract ourselves for another 5 minutes?
I'm sure we can. Okay, so
You didn't see that.
Nazis are
Nancy's.
going to kidnap this Italian kid because he's brilliant. He
Yes.
can play the piano.
I also love that while they're kidnapping him, he has to tell the family before they die, we're taking him because he's a genius.
Oh, man, writing an exposition on this is awful. They just lay it all out there.
Yeah,
hold
every
up.
time.
Did you guys have subtitles? Because I don't remember.
There's only like a couple lines in the beginning. Nothing is subtitled.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of tuned the beginning out because, you know.
Yeah, there's like, I think they have 2 sentences.
Yeah, I thought that was
Maybe?
weird too. They only subtitled the stuff that they wanted to make sure that the
Yes.
viewer understood.
Exactly. So I was like, all right, well,
he
what else do we need,
he
right?
was that much of a genius.
I think that's all. I think that's all dialogue in this movie. We're only going to tell you what you need to know
Yeah.
because everything else is that's how
I
everything
hated
works.
that every time an enemy
So
or a bad guy was doing something, he had to explain
Yes.
what was going on and then carry it out.
Oh yeah. Yep. So good. So good. Now, after they kidnap this kid, they take him to where did they take? They took him to like this like fortress or some
Dracula's
bullshit, right?
castle.
Okay. I love this scene. This is so good. This is so good. So they show this rat. The rat's the greatest.
I like the rat.
How
The rat needed a bigger role.
oh yeah, this rat is now twice intelligent, twice as strong, but it does this weird thing to the body where it's like, I guess you're practically like turned inside out almost, I guess.
Yeah.
Muscly.
Very muscly. And so they're gonna do this with this child. I'm not really sure why. I guess just as a trial run, a practice run. Is that the deal?
What? I thought they were
mean-
trying to make the super soldier, super omega ruler of the planet.
But they only wanted one because I think when the Americans were doing it, they wanted to make an entire army.
Well, yeah, that's just how Americans do
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, I guess that's
you go
true.
big or you go
Back to another country.
back to Yugoslavia or whatever.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
mean, also look at the
Former
results.
Yugoslavia.
Like America's one got its ass kicked,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
they clearly made the better one.
Here's the thing, right? They do this to this kid and this doctor, I can never remember her name, but I can remember what I jokingly called her, Dr. Vaseline. She is upset that they're doing this to a child. If it was an adult, fine. I don't care about
Well,
adults.
okay, hear me out. Some kind of ethics, like an adult can at least be consenting to understand the procedure they're going to. They didn't kidnap the adult.
Yeah, in America, when we did it to Salad Fingers or whatever his name is,
Consent, yes.
Yeah.
he volunteered.
He
Yes.
knew.
Yeah. I mean, because he was just a frail little boy with polio. Yeah. So, okay.
Just a frail 6'4" jock with polio.
Yeah, with mad skipper's disease. So anyway, they do this to this boy. Okay. He, all this shit's going on. This lady flips out and wants to just have nothing to do with this and get away.
And apparently can just survive like 100-foot fall.
Yes, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's seen that.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, the Nazis are pretty thorough people, She jumps out the window, they're like, a few times with their machine guns, and they're like, all right, back to the procedure here.
I thought the same
and she
thing.
just gets free to go.
She makes it to America. Like she just walks here or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, so she
Took the bus.
Dude. Yes. She had a bus pass. She jumps
faster style.
Oh yeah, that's how to travel, man. She jumps out of this window, and then when she hears, because it's weird. This right here, first really bad edit. It's like she's crawling to the window, and then it's like boop, feet in the dirt, right?
Yeah.
And she's running away. Oh,
And then
she
not
gets to
just
a rock.
that, I love that they do feet in the dirt, shot back to this incredibly unscalable, like death
Yes.
ball of a wall.
Yes, because she's looking back because she hears the child scream, and she's looking up at this window, so they're conveying to the viewer that she jumped from this window. This thing is like 4 stories up, at least. And I'm just like, all right,
It was
sure.
muddy out.
Yes. I don't know how that makes things better, but
Absorb
okay.
the fall.
Maybe. I don't know, man. It's still a really, really high fall.
So this process can take a frail boy with polio, give him the strength and speed of a world-class athlete. Think of what kind of army we'll have.
Here's where I want to get to, all right? Now they have selected out of 600, I think that's the proper number, out of 600 candidates, whatever. Steve Rogers
Right.
is the best one. He
What?
is, yeah.
How?
I don't know. He is a frail little boy with polio. But man, he does not let that get him down.
So that initial scene in the kitchen with his mom,
Yes.
who looks incredibly like way younger than him,
Yes. She takes care of herself.
is like they couldn't have just gotten an old lady.
Dude, I can't wait to talk about some old ladies. Can't wait to talk about some old ladies.
That sounds really weird.
Oh, man. I love them. So, okay, great. Steve Rogers, the polio guy. We're going to, first of all, I don't know much about polio. Maybe you can skip as jauntily as this guy can with polio.
Yeah.
But what I looked
I
up,
think so.
I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, a lot of people live pretty long lives and they have, some walking problems, but
I
I
guess.
didn't think it was too unreasonable that he
All
was,
right, okay. I
you know.
don't know much about it. I'll let that slide.
He's also
I'm gonna let
supposed to
that
be
slide.
really young. Maybe it's like not bad.
Yeah, can
Yeah.
we ask? I want to ask that question. I'm going to cut you off on young because how old is he?
I'd guess 18.
Okay. Fair
Well,
enough.
so if he's roughly the same age as his girlfriend, she waited till she was 38 or 39, and they said she waited 16 years for him.
Oh.
So
Okay.
What's the math on that?
I don't
I
know.
don't do
20
math.
something.
29,
We're all okay.
then 20,
Cut
23?
here.
23?
We all know the answer now.
22, 23. yeah, something like that. Okay, that actually is going to help me out because I have some maths on the back of my little booklet here.
I have some math in the back of my booklet.
Okay,
I used mine.
here's a question. Right? This procedure,
Right.
okay, makes a person twice as intelligent, twice as strong.
And I want to know what
So-
that means, twice as intelligent, and
So-
how that's
well,
figured.
wait.
Did you see that genius "I'm feeling sick" ploy?
Oh,
that's
yeah.
twice as
Dude.
intelligent.
It worked like
Wait,
a number of times.
so if it's twice of what this process is working with, we're getting twice the amount of muscle and frailty or whatever.
Oh yeah, it
You know
totally
what I mean?
doubles the polio too.
Well, no, I mean, I guess I'm saying that wrong, but like, if it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, they make him like he's like this superhuman strength guy pulling off iron doors, which, by the way, his strength is not consistent through this film.
Yeah, it's
No.
really odd.
It's all over the
It's really
place.
weird.
And I'm thinking to myself, even an average person being twice as strong, I don't even think would equal like the strongest guy in the world. And they're not doing this shit.
Yeah,
I was
guess
really confused about twice the intellect and twice
Yes.
the strength of what? How are you measuring this, and what does that mean?
I don't know. But in
That's
order
actually
to,
a really good point because I don't know what they say in the modern one if they say the same like bullshit.
I don't know. I hope they leave the 2 times factor out and just say it's gonna make them super strong.
Yeah,
That's all they. That's all they need.
you can be real strong.
That's
I'm
all they-
imagining there's like this really like scientists, all the sciencey stuff, and they come in and is it working? Yes. It says it has made him super strong.
Yes. That's all they need to say. And you know what? You know the best place to put a secret government science facility? Anybody?
Diner. Yeah.
Under a diner, because that's not suspicious as shit. Everybody in military uniforms going to this diner and mysteriously vanishing.
I could see it though. I could see it.
What?
We've done
You
some
see-
pretty weird undercover hidden nonsense
You see-
stuff.
You see them go in, and you know not to go there because you just assume that all these military men are going there because the food's probably cheap,
Yeah, okay. All right.
and then they never come back out because they're stuck in the bathroom for like 3 hours after they eat the food.
I don't know. It just seems weird to me. But there are a few things involved with this genetic enhancement, okay? And one, it looks like some sort of like radioactive material and faulty equipment because those machines were breaking down the entire time they were running. I have never seen so many sparks in my life.
I thought that was really weird too.
I'm like, what? This shit's faulty. This guy's gonna die.
Again,
Yeah.
no.
I don't know if that's is supposed to imply the same thing the modern one implied, but like they couldn't get enough power from the grid in the city to
Oh.
power the machines.
Well, that's not what I got from all that.
That's
I just
what
got the machines were just breaking.
No, that's what they say in the newer ones. So I'm like, is that supposed to be the same shit, or is
I
it
got
just
they
like,
were getting too much power and everything's exploding.
yeah, apparently.
Man, all I really got from this transformation is that Steve Rogers went from slacks to calves. That's it. I mean, they tried to show some
Yeah, they tried to show-
bulging. You know, they tried to show some.
they pumped him up.
Yeah, but like, I feel like they're just like, okay, now flex your calf. Good. Okay, cut, print. That's a good take. Like, there was little movement.
Yeah.
I got nothing from this.
The effects here were lacking.
They should have, like, you know what they should have done? Put him in a chamber, show some sparks, whatever, and then revealed him out of the chamber.
And then they open it and it's Arnold Schwarzenegger in there.
Yes.
So you mean like
Ooh.
exactly as they did in the new one?
Is that what they did?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? They did it better. They listened to me. Somehow. But here's the thing. Here's what the director also wanted. Director wanted 2 actors. He wanted a scrawny guy to play him with polio before and a completely different actor
See now, like,
after.
how could they not manage that in the budget? Because he was there for like 10 minutes. What do you have to do? Shoot like 4 scenes with the guy?
Yeah.
And
that
then,
would have been better.
and then the original one for that he wanted. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. I had to look him up because I knew of him, and it was the guy I was thinking of. But I'm not big into sports. But he wanted Howie Long, to play him, and he's just this big, and he kind of fits the bill as your average American guy. And he's a football player, so he's this big hulking, muscular man, you know. So yeah, and that's another route I wish they would have went.
He's our only hope, Doctor.
If the situation changes, I'll certainly let you know.
Colonel?
Canon went bankrupt like not long after this, didn't they?
No,
Or like closed down?
Canon went bankrupt. I don't know when they did, but I know 21st Century Film ended up going under in 96, about 5-6 years after this. So, yes, they went under. The original, by the way, this is not the original script. Did I tell that already? I'm all over the place.
No, yeah.
Original script was an elderly Red Skull works with a female death cult to steal the Statue of Liberty.
That sounds so much better.
Why are they trying to steal the Statue of Liberty?
I don't know. Just because it's a patriotic symbol, I guess. Maybe.
I feel like they kept part of the female death cult because it felt like he only had women henchmen.
Oh, the Hotsies?
The
Yeah.
That's another thing that I hate.
What?
That they did that. What other movie did they do that in? Oh, geez, what was that one where all of the it was Polar, where they just had all of these like hip teenager guys
Yes.
going after the. I felt a similar vibe where it's like, we need to get this guy. Let's send some like just some hot girls in like heels to go fight. Like this doesn't make sense.
That makes my heart proud that you compared this to Polar, actually.
Yeah,
I love that a
I'm
lot.
pretty excited about that.
Okay.
It almost makes some sense because like he doesn't have military backing anymore. He's just basically running like a mob family. It's like, I guess, to send apparently your kids out to do it. I don't know. It's just
a family business now.
They were
Yeah,
bad at it.
Exactly. It's his family business, and he doesn't want to do any of the work, so he just sends his daughter and a couple of friends. Go do this.
Yeah, I feel like if he had gone to any of these things and done it himself, he probably could have taken care of it.
Well, I don't know, man. He is in like his late 70s at this point.
It's true.
He's supposed to be. I don't know if I
The
buy
plastic
that.
surgery has done well for him.
I think so.
Yeah, but he's twice as strong and intelligent.
Oh, that is
than the
true.
regular
So I
70-year-old.
was about to say.
Does that mean he lives twice as long? So like he's just middle aged?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, see,
'Cause I was going
in
to
his
say, even if the surgery makes him look younger, he's very agile for a 70-year-old. He maneuvers pretty good.
He's
he fights
more
pretty
like
well.
a 40, technically.
Yes. Yeah, I can see that now.
I mean, he's
Kinda
still
makes
agile
sense.
for a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I'm going to be there soon, and I don't think I'm going to be doing anything he was doing.
I have a couple questions with this, right? Okay,
I
so
have a lot of questions.
so there's this transformation.
Yes.
Okay,
What did it exactly do?
I'm not sure.
Wait,
sure.
What transformation?
Exactly. Into Captain America.
I mean, it fixed his polio.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So it was
But-
just.
It really was
cure
just the
for
cure.
polio.
Yeah, exactly. The cure for polio is all we got. But so yeah, we get this scene. There afterwards, I love this.
It temporarily gave him the ability to break metal.
Yes, which is,
And why did the spy who was sent there to stop it stand there and wait until the whole procedure is done? Then he's like, "All right,
yeah.
shoot him before."
Thank you for
When he's just a
inviting me.
polio man.
You invited me to this secret procedure, Americans. It's like so stupid. I know, but you know what? That's common practice for them because later on, when the two hotsies were going to kill them, they sat down at the table, like this bistro or whatever the hell it is. And
I want to talk about that scene.
They pull guns and they're sitting there. They're like, huh? Huh?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Do something.
That scene. What was Captain America's girlfriend's problem there? Like she went
I'm confused.
total bitch mode for no reason.
Wasn't she total bitch mode like the whole time?
Close enough. The hotsies, as you call them, walk up and they bump her.
Yes.
And the one turns on, she gives her like a nice smile, like obviously not saying language, and goes to walk away. And she's just staring like just stares her down the whole time. That's why she sees that they're gonna shoot him. Because she was just give him the evil eye.
She's like,
bitch, you just bumped me.
I'm an American. Don't touch me.
Yeah,
I'm better than you.
That is true. Okay.
That scene bothered me both times I watched this movie.
Because these are women, right? They just, I think by nature, hate other women. What? What'd you say?
About to offend a lot of people.
No, I'm
Goodbye,
sorry.
female audience.
No,
we never had you anyway.
It's so true.
Yes,
It's
yes.
so true.
Okay, if you happen to identify as the female gender, am I still offending people?
I feel like yes. I feel like we're just
Okay.
going on a slippery slope here.
I'm gonna cut it right here so nobody. I just cut right there so nobody heard all my
Take
offensive
two.
things. But I'm sorry, I really do feel from my experiences, women hate other women. Is that not right to say? Should I cut again? I'm leaving that in there. I'm sticking by my convictions.
You're leaving all of this in there. I love this.
All right.
I'm sticking to my convictions. I'm sorry. I really feel that
I'm giving you
in
shit.
the
But I
90s.
totally have I totally noticed this.
Different time.
I'm sorry, dude.
Different situation.
And I'm not saying it's different for guys. I just think that people just hate people, man. I
There we
think people
go.
hate people.
People hate people.
People hating people. Okay?
Especially if they have vaginas. Vagina people hate vagina people.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So,
It's like magnets. You can't.
yes. Thank you for putting that to a much easier, description. Here's the thing, okay? Let's go back to Captain America and Red Skull. Let's get back to this adventure, right?
Let's get away from getting ourselves in trouble.
Yes, okay. Let's get back to a little guy-on-guy action now, right? Okay, so Captain America looking like a clown. Oh, love this, by the way. Right after we get that exposition beforehand during the transformation of it's going to take this frail little boy and turn him into a super soldier. We're going to make the greatest army in the world. It's
He gets shot up and is like out for weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, okay, so we get this, right? So they're just explaining why they're doing this and what they're going to do with this technology. Then after, he makes his miraculous recovery in the hospital where the one guy pulls on his ear, which is a really bizarre callback, I feel. Don't let me forget this, because this is a dumb attention to detail that I don't even think needs to exist, but it's there. Okay, so now
I didn't see this, so I don't know where you're
Who
going.
pulled on whose ear?
Oh God, I apologize, guys. Every listener out there, this show is going to be awful.
I'm
Awful
enjoying
great. Okay, here's the thing. The two soldiers outside the room, after talking to the doctor's like, hey, look, he had to have this crazy surgery. He's going to be out forever. Just chill out, guys. Yeah. And then they're like, Captain America stands up. He's like clenching his fist so you know he's ready for battle. Yeah. And the one weasel little military guy looks at him. He's like, he tugs on his earlobe. And I don't know why. Just does. Maybe out of nerves or something. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter why.
I guess I overlooked that detail.
Yeah. And you know what? I did the first time I watched it because there's no need to pay attention to that. But there's something that caught my eye later on where I'm like, why is this a thing? We'll get to it. So stay tuned. Keep listening. This is going to hook the listeners if they made it this far. This is going to hook them through the rest of the show.
The ones that stuck around after the last part.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm slowly getting rid of these numbers. Okay, so Captain America comes back, and they're in the plane. More bad writing. I love this. Where Steve Rogers is talking about his uniform, and he's like, man, I wish I had more time to practice. He's like, only had a month, and then he's like, and he said something about the jumpsuit, and what the hell did he say? I should have wrote it down, but like the one guy's like, yeah, she wasn't much for camouflage, was she?
Oh, they said
but she sure did love the red, white, and blue.
So
yeah, America.
It said it's like, hey, you didn't have much time to practice, but at least you have your fire retardant suit.
Yes, yeah, which never comes in handy.
There's never fire.
It should have been an ice retardant suit,
yes,
which would have explained that whole ordeal, which I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get that either. But yeah, so the fire retardantness never
The struggle with that word. Just...
never comes into play ever, and it's not like it deflects bullets.
Maybe it was supposed to explain why it looks so weird. It's like, listen,
Maybe
it's because,
why
you know...
he survives on the rocket.
Maybe.
No, that's nothing to do with it. I'm just talking shit.
Wait a minute.
Here, dude.
They lit a rocket. Rockets explode!
They don't! They don't explode! I just spat everywhere.
Not in this movie.
Red Skull gets him. Let's just fast forward. Red Skull captures him because there's not much of a fight. He puts him on the rocket. He sends him off to go blow up the White House.
The part right before this. The worst part of the movie. He gets Red Skull to come in closer, and he's like, oops.
And Red Skull hits his mic stand.
Yeah, he hits his mic stand, and after he does that,
What are your emotion? Then he's like,
yeah, no, he grabs him.
His mic stand, I pictured his cock.
Arm. He's like,
that's what I'm thinking.
No, he grabs onto his arm, like, and he's like, like just wiggling his little tied up arm down there, holding on to him. And it's like, this man can barely move.
Yes.
And Red Skull pulls out this big fucking knife and cuts his own fucking hand off.
Yeah, what? Why did he cut his own hand off?
That's what I'm trying to say here. Like, why did he cut himself? He could have just stabbed the dude in the chest and been like, okay, that'll make you let go.
I think this was a bad shot. I have reason to believe he went to cut Captain America's hand off, but he, I guess, pulling his hand, if you look, he pulls like 1 inch, just because that's all he has room for. He pulls his arm at the littlest bit really quick, and then he hits his own hand. I don't think he was going for his, but that does not come across at all.
No, I mean, I noticed that the second time watching it as well, but it's still terrible.
He could have stabbed Captain America. Stab in the face. It doesn't matter. You're going to kill him anyway. You don't give a shit.
Why does he have to be on the rocket?
Yeah, this whole thing
is a message.
They're
going to blow up America with Captain America.
He's not blowing up shit.
Maybe that's the point. Maybe they were just going to send the rocket over to the White House.
Return to sender?
With, with Captain America on it, like, lol. Total fail. Look at how stupid are you guys?
No, that makes so much sense, though.
I'm never going to look at that the same way. That's canon now.
Because I'm like...
I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to make the movie better.
When the rocket's coming down and he, obviously kicks the wing of this thing that sends it up very comically. That's another part that I guess is comic-like. And he then crashes into Alaska, whatever. I'm like, it never blew up. This is the dumbest rocket. But before we continue on this part...
Maybe the rocket got too cold. And it just decided
I don't think that's a thing. I don't think it's a thing.
That's definitely not a thing. I'm just.
And here's the thing too. Here's another thing. I got lots of things. Tons of things.
All the things?
I got all the things. When the rocket is going up and Red Skull is right next to a launching rocket, is he not going to be burned up by the flames?
Maybe he had a fire retardant suit as well.
Maybe.
Ah, man.
Maybe his weird red skin is twice as fire retardant.
Yes. God damn it, you beat me to it.
I heard you starting to say it, though.
Man, I don't like this at all. Okay, how about the little kid who obviously must have the fastest speed shutter
Twice
on
as
his damn it on his camera? Captain America comes flying by. I don't know how fast rockets go. I'm assuming they go pretty damn fast.
Yeah.
And
Too fast
he
movie,
gets a clear shot of Captain America with his
Dude,
camera.
I didn't think it was clear because the first time they showed it, I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? And then I thought it was weird when he shows it to Captain America as an adult later on, like 30 years later or whatever. And he's like, oh, you're the boy who took that picture. And it's like,
yeah,
dude,
You
You
spotted
can't
that?
see. First of all, yeah, how did you see that when you're on the rocket flying through the air?
Yeah.
And another thing, I still can't see what's going on in that picture.
It's like a picture of Loch Ness Monster, legitimately.
Yeah,
Like
like,
it's
what the
just
fuck
it's
is
just an
this?
outline of a person.
Yeah, it looks like a great profile shot of Captain America's face. He lands, he touches down in Alaska, where he
Was
is
it
from.
Alaska? Did they?
Yes.
clarify?
I think it literally says somewhere in Alaska.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Which apparently is just cold enough all the time to freeze a human into a block of ice.
Yes. If you guys have favorite parts of this movie, if that actually exists for you, speak up when they happen, because mine is
only
right
one
here.
part.
This best part of the movie, hands down, is this montage of him making his way from Alaska to his hometown. I don't know. Did you guys hear that song for the montage? That shit is lit.
Okay, so I would have heard the song a week ago,
Okay.
but I watched on 2 times speed
So no song.
today,
Okay.
so it just was a jumbled mess today.
Do you know?
I'm not ringing a bell here.
Really? Man, this is if like Randy Newman, like collaborated with
Oh no,
Bruce Springsteen. It's just, and they're just like singing like the obvious, where he's like having these flashbacks and memories. Something about like, got these memories of you, girl. With
Yeah,
these memories,
I remember what you're saying.
thinking about you. And then it's like, in a truck now, thinking of these memories. And I was like, oh my God,
He has a memory-
obnoxious.
for him, the memories are like, what, a couple of months ago
So I'm
Yes.
confused. Like
for him. So it's really not that big of a
technically,
deal.
After Alaska is after my favorite scene already. So you
What's
get
your favorite scene?
he wakes up and Bigfoot's out the door in Alaska.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And he's just suddenly in a nice warm forest, even though he was
Oh,
frozen.
yeah.
Not
Well,
that long ago.
You know,
Yeah, you know.
maybe they brought the ice from somewhere else.
Ooh.
But so like, I guess they immediately find out where he is.
Yes.
They send helicopters after him. Helicopters are apparently carrying dirt bikes,
Yes.
and it leads to the greatest scene of all time.
Is this scene how easy it is to elude Nazis?
No.
Okay. So stop me when we get to the scene, because I want to talk about this scene. You know how easy it is to escape Nazis on motorbikes and helicopters? You just need a shitty pickup truck.
Dude, that's a Volkswagen pickup truck. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Well, neither did I. But what I'm getting at is like,
Why didn't
they're in a pickup truck in an open countryside.
they have a
with
helicopter?
they have 2 helicopters.
Yeah.
3 people on bikes. And what I want to know is when the one person on a bike kind of gets him into this field and starts shooting at him, and then he takes her out with his shield, where the hell are the other 2? They don't exist anymore. They are gone.
They got lost
They must have.
in the woods.
That's why you don't separate, man. That's why you don't
There's a lot of
separate.
trees, thick foliage.
Yeah. I guess that's true.
But this is a perfect pro-America scene, okay?
Oh.
With
yes.
their helicopters and their bikes, we get away from the Nazis in a pickup truck, okay?
In a foreign pickup truck.
German.
German.
We're going to ignore that, okay?
That's
Okay.
actually pretty important to the scene.
I really
No,
like
it
that.
is.
I like that scene a lot.
I do like the scene where he's...
looking at everything.
But, I mean, it would be
no,
weird for somebody from the 40s, and there's, like, spies and stuff, you know, and you're Captain America, and you're looking around, and you're like, this is a German
You know,
car.
not just that Japanese.
This is a Japanese
Yeah.
tape recorder.
Yeah.
These are the enemies. I can't be here.
Yeah.
So I actually really like that scene because that was probably the most well thought out with like minor details.
It was. I
in
thought
the whole
too.
movie. And then it leads to the greatest scene of all time where he goes, I think I'm feeling sick.
oh.
So he just kind of... he's kind of like... yeah. It looked like Dumb and Dumber doing some stupid shit.
That's why it's so good.
I can't even take this seriously. This is...
And it wasn't
looks
even like fast. Like, he throws him down and he's like...
It looks like
I'm
a
gonna get in the car.
it looks like a toddler running away from him. Like,
yeah, I would have found this way better if like he just pulled the car over, or like the guy's like, why? He's like, just do it. Like pushes him out of the truck.
Yeah.
Or does something where it's like more rapid. But like
Yeah.
the way he does it, he walks like a mile away from this truck, and he's just like, ha! You got your truck. It's like it is like
Yeah.
literally watching like a teenage prank or something. It
Yeah,
is
that's what I thought
awful.
too. It was like really funny. I thought. I don't know. I
No,
liked
it is
I
so
liked that
bad.
scene. It was a
It's-
good scene.
The funny part is, it's a good scene and it's funny, but I don't think it's meant to be.
It made more sense when he did it later to the chick though, Because like he wasn't trying to be mean to her or
Yeah,
anything, so I
yeah.
kind of felt like, okay, that's like I'm gonna be sick, and then he just runs in the car and takes off. Like
Yeah.
that was whatever. But when there's just these two grown men like, no, I'm gonna get in there first.
Yes.
You get back here.
Would you pull the car over, please? I think I'm going to be sick.
What?
Would you please pull over the car? I am going to get sick.
Is there anything that happens between here and the home invasion scene? I mean, he goes back to meet up with his old his
I think
old
your
love
song.
interest.
I think your song.
The Memories of You, Girl?
Yeah.
Already passed. That was on the montage to get to this scene. Loved
No.
it. No, yeah.
No, because after
Dude,
he pulls,
I know
after
my
he-
favorite scene.
Isn't it after he peels out in the truck?
Yeah, I
Like
thought it
the
was when
truck-
he was going to her house.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, maybe. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so yeah, the song starts, Memories of You, Girl. And then he gets to this place. There's his old love interest.
This is memories.
Yes. And then she's old.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, man, not looking bad for an old lady. Dude, this is where this movie just starts going downhill. It starts going downhill from this point.
This is when it starts
yeah,
going down?
it was
I
gold.
think like from the moment the hand got cut off is when it started going downhill.
The moment when it said the title for the movie.
Captain America.
Wasn't that like 18 minutes in?
What?
You know when they showed the production company 21st century film? It was all downhill from there.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Okay, so he meets up with her.
Yep.
He learns all this stuff about the past and her life, and I love how American and good old boy he is. He's
Well,
drinking
yeah.
his milk. I love that.
Dude, he's
I
from the
love that he's
40s.
drinking milk. So
what
good.
else did they have back then? Milk, water, and whiskey, right?
Tea,
Those are the only drinks. We didn't drink
lemonade.
tea, maybe coffee. Tea was for the British.
What? Dude, this is 90. Oh, wait, you talking about. Well, but yeah, but wouldn't he be excited? Like, oh, man, I want to try me some of these soft drinks.
Dude, this guy seemed pretty slow mentally.
He's twice as slow. Yes. Okay. So,
He's just a
for
good old
some
boy.
reason, I guess the only good place for him to stay is with her daughter. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, which, I mean, like, dude.
What, you love her?
Remember, this guy's still only like 23.
Yeah.
Physically and mentally, because he's been frozen so long.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So his girlfriend is now super old.
Yes.
And her daughter, he already mistook her for his girlfriend.
Yes.
He's looking to do his girlfriend's daughter.
I thought that was
got
obvious.
This whole
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah. But, I mean, is that wrong?
It's creepy. It's weird.
It's I don't know, man.
Go.
I mean,
Go to find a new like
Yeah.
pool or something to search from. Like
Okay.
it's just weird.
all right. Home invasion happens, right? Later this night, Sam, the press guy, discovers where Steve Rogers
Very
lived.
easily discovers.
Yeah.
I guess if you're the president's your best friend, it's pretty easy to get files though.
Yeah, probably. Now, plus these are old ass files. But what I do like, and I don't know if did we get to the point where he goes back to the diner? Or is that coming up?
files, but like you're talking top level government secrets. Just because those get old doesn't mean they get any less secret.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they do.
I think so. Just because they mentioned that, because he was like, where are all the other soldiers like me or whatever. This is going back, and he's like, you're like the only one.
Yeah.
I think
guess,
they
'cause
gave
it
up
failed.
on that.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of times government secrets, once they've given up on them, later on they release it because they're like, nobody cares anymore.
Which I love this. Okay, so home invasion happens, and I am surprised they went the route they went. They kept the dad alive, and they killed the mom.
So I had a moment. I think I already told you about this. I was watching this with a group of people, and Sam got shot,
Yes.
and he's on the ground, and like, Captain America's there with him. I was like, one of the people I was watching with was like, "Oh no, not Sam!" I'm like, "Don't worry, nobody. It's from the '90s. Nobody dies in the '90s." They literally cut to the next scene where they're zipping the body bag up of the mom. I'm like, "Oh shit, never mind."
Sam and the mom die, and I was shocked because I
Yeah.
didn't think anybody was gonna die here. I thought like it was gonna be one of those instances where like hostage situation or whatever. Hell, even going back to the beginning when they took the Italian boy who became Red Skull, and they forced him to watch his family get murdered. I was like, holy shit, man.
And I thought during that, like, why are they making him watch that? What
To
was the point of that?
to
To make him hate his own country,
to
so
assert
that
their dominance.
Because that's smart. It's like, hey,
assert, not insert. To assert their
to
dominance.
insert their dominance. Whoa, he's a child. He's a child.
They want to insert their dominance. Assert. Let me clarify. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know, man. But
I
wait,
never
wait.
heard it referred to as that before. The slang term is new to me.
Let me think of my dominance.
But actually, that's a
Need a
really
glass of
good
milk.
point. That's a really, really good point.
What?
It's like, hey, we're about to take this guy and turn him into the most powerful soldier in our country. Let's murder his family in front of him first
Yes.
to make him hate our government.
Yeah. I
What
don't
the
know,
fuck?
man.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's the whole writing behind this is just weird in general. But I do like how they okay. This happens. So Captain America, Mr. Rogers, and his new girlfriend go back to the diner.
All three of them?
Yes. Go back to this diner where this underground layer was. Let me ask this question, right? Why did Steve Rogers go into the wall?
To get to the other side.
No, because it needed a stud.
Yeah, I like how there's no stud.
There was nothing
But the
behind
weird
that
thing
wall,
is,
man.
if you look when he gets on the other side, on the back of the drywall, I don't like it's strange because there were spots where studs were.
Yes.
You could see where there were nails there and the color difference.
Yeah.
But they were removed.
I'm so confused by that.
Yeah. What the
He
fuck was
just
going on?
he punched through the wall so hard they disintegrated.
The budget didn't have it for new drywall. So you know, they were looking on Craigslist for some,
Dude, you
some
know
old
what?
drywall.
You know what?
What?
They probably did just have a wall built from another set. And they're like, just bring this shit over so we can punch through it.
It could be.
Yeah.
Like,
It was
honestly.
a weird thing.
And I love, I don't even understand this. Did I miss something where he didn't think there even was a diary with this Dr. Vaseline's secrets of all how this is supposed to work and whatnot? Because according to what he knew, she didn't have a diary. She never wrote anything down. Everything was in her head. And then, of course, she was murdered. So it's like,
well, okay, so there was a difference. For creating the super soldiers, everything was in her head, but her diary just had info about like her life.
oh.
So like it's like they had the
okay.
story of Red Skull, which all they knew was where he was from. That's all they got from that.
Okay, because yeah, I don't know why
I was a little confused by that the first time through too.
Yeah, I was confused both times through. Where I'm like, 1 minute there's no diary, no information. Then he's like, I know where the diary is. Let's just go get it. And why is it there? Then it close his lab down and just leaving shit in there.
Maybe. How do you know?
I don't know. It just
That was
doesn't
her
seem
personal
very.
desk.
What?
Like,
What?
she never came in on the last day to clean it out.
Yes. All right. Whatever, man. Fine.
I'm totally on board with them just leaving
Yeah.
it like that.
Vaselli's diary. Got it.
I'm passionate about this. So if you guys know why this is a thing, or anybody else, I am all ears. Okay. You know the general guy, that like country dude, and who's, you know, in cahoots or whatever
Yeah.
with the Italians, gonna take down our government, whatever. He does something with the president, and I think it's his nervous twitch or whatever. He pulls his ear like the young guy before Captain America was frozen in the hospital.
It's the same guy.
Yeah. What the hell difference does it make? Who cares?
I think.
Oh, so but,
Why did they have to make that connection? Is there some sort of
So it
weird
basically
comic
just-
book lore thing that needs to be here about this guy?
I don't know. I guess like were they just showing it was like, oh, he was there when Captain America went to fight. Was he a traitor the whole time?
I don't know. I have no idea. There was something about that I didn't understand the tie-in. So
I
it's
didn't
like
catch that at all.
it happens twice. It happens once when he's young, and then later on when the president does something that I think kind of like irks him, pisses him off a little bit. He's like, he tugs on his ear, but he does it really obvious. And I'm like, okay, I know who you are, but I don't know why. And I never knew why. The
Now I
entire
have
movie.
to watch this movie again.
Yes, you do.
I
We're
have to
gonna
watch one scene of this movie again.
Yes, I have no idea why that is a thing, but it does exist. Let's see here. Okay, I have this note, and if there's something in between, because I know there's a lot of stuff in between. I think up to this point, there's a lot of scenes. I think there's a lot of scenes that I'm just like, fuck it.
This part of the movie kind of just like
There was
bland.
like an hour. The first hour of this movie is just like nothing going on.
Yeah.
Driving around, talking to some people. Nothing's really happening.
The whole time they're like in Italia, nothing is going on.
Yeah.
Nothing. Oh, there is. I'm wrong. How about that sweet ass car chase between the two Porsches and that little tiny Fiat?
The little Fiat kicks ass.
No, dude, that thing's like, it's like a moped.
He gets his old, tape recorder fixed. I found out that they had earbuds in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't know that was a
Secret
thing.
government earbuds.
I want to point out like the quality of level recording that Walkman did.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
It was a recording of a recording, and it was
crisp. And that sucker had like a Bose speaker system on it. That was good. That's quality.
Like when they played that, like the dude was like a good 50 to 100 feet away.
Dude, I want to recut this movie. So at the very end, when he holds it up, he plays it. It's like, thinking of memories, No.
That would be so funny. And he's like, my childhood.
Also,
Dude,
like
I actually kind of felt bad.
So
at the end a little
jumping
bit.
ahead, so like you're talking, I get trauma, but that's like what 60 plus years ago at this point. You think he's got his own family? He's an old ass man.
Yeah.
I think he's had a little time to get over it. I'm sure just hearing a song wouldn't totally shut him down.
I think because that was a song that was.
I mean, maybe it was the murderer's family that he heard.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think it
was
was a song that he was playing when his family got murdered. So I think that kind of like
I'm
it
just
opened
saying,
up
like,
a couple of floodgates maybe.
I mean, like he's a mob boss.
Yeah.
Who's been, in
Yeah.
the Nazi army. He's done all his things. He seems to like being a villain.
Yeah.
You'd think he'd be over that shit.
Yeah, he's
by
pretty
now.
hard at this point in his life.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He's hardened.
Memories.
Twice as hard.
Memories of murder.
Dude, that's one thing I really wish they would have done with Red Skull is, and maybe that would have helped. Wouldn't have balanced the movie out completely, but it would have helped balance the movie. They should have kept him his cool, awesome Red Skull look. They decided to go against the classic Red Skull look because they thought it was going to be too much. That was going to be too much.
Really?
Yes.
I could see how he wouldn't fit in modern day. I kind of thought the plastic surgery bit was kind of cool. They could have just done a mask though, or some shit.
I don't know, man. I really wish they would have just kept him Red Skull. I think it would have balanced out the clown aspect of Captain America if you had this over-the-top superhero going against an over-the-top villain, but they kind of humanized him. He's already human, but like they brought it down too much. In my opinion, they just brought it down too much.
And now I get that it's a movie prop, but how plasticky the shield looked
Yes.
in all these scenes. It's like in every scene in this castle.
Here's the thing. Apparently, there were somewhere between like 6 to a dozen different shields, ranging from like steel to plastic, because the ones obviously they threw were just nothing more than like oversized frisbees. They did not need them. They could have all been plastic because they all look like garbage.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know which one. In a particular scene where he is with the president and he runs around back and he jumps over the edge of the staircase.
Yeah.
That one in particular looked really bad.
But that's the weird part. Like, you didn't need that many shields. You could have had a few made, the plastic ones, save you some money on the steel ones because you never knew.
But
we skipped a few scenes, like where apparently they kidnapped the president.
Yeah, which was seemingly simple as shit. Like 1 minute they don't have him, next minute, boom, got the president. It just kind of happened.
How did they get the
I don't
president?
know.
They said something like a team of 20 guys or something got him.
They went to news. They didn't even show it. They just told you. They completely avoided that, which actually is a pretty good thing, I think, at this point in this movie. You're going to want to avoid all action sequences, which is really sad to say for an action movie.
Yeah, and they cut to this like interrogation scene with the president where they kind of give the plot a little bit.
Ooh, and his slick sleight of hand.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So good. There was a guy staring at him
I
the
saw
whole
that
time.
too. But I think he's just a henchman. He's like, I don't get paid enough for this.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, how about when he finally escapes his jail cell and they go back?
Okay, I hated that. It's like they walk in and it's like there's clearly no one in the jail cell and they got to walk all the way up to the door, like all the way up, look inside and be like,
dude,
fuck, there's nobody in here.
No, they opened.
They opened. I didn't
the
even
keys.
catch that.
They opened and went in as if like you can't see shit. Like he's not in here. I'm like, are you serious?
Spread out and find him.
Can we also point out like whatever the fuck was in that bottle?
Ooh,
like
yeah.
I thought he was stealing that to be like, oh, I'll drink this if I have to.
Ooh.
Like, because he goes to throw himself off a cliff later to try and do it. So I thought, that makes sense.
I was
But
thinking
his acid to eat through the metal bars, like, that was so lame.
I honestly thought he was gonna take it for like his big escape plan. Like I thought he was gonna throw it in the face of Red Skull, and it was gonna like make part of his face like red again or something. And I was waiting for it. I was like, oh,
that
cool.
would have been so much better.
Never happened.
I thought he was just an alcoholic.
He needs the sauce, man.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what this is. I'm drinking this.
But yeah, and it's so funny when he did put the acid on the door lock, and it's like, there's like this little tiny hole, a little bit of corrosion, and when Red Skull comes in, he's looking at it like, don't notice. I'm like, the whole cell is rusty and shitty. I don't think he's gonna notice this. Which brings me to a question I keep forgetting, and I want to ask it before I forget again. You've seen this twice.
Yes.
I've seen this twice.
I saw it thrice.
Thrice?
No, not really.
I was holy shit.
Let me
No
ask
wonder
this.
you hate it.
Half of like one time.
How was your viewing pleasure the first time versus the second time?
With the group, it was considerably better.
Okay.
Second time watching it alone was almost painful.
Okay. Because here's what I got watching it 2 times. I sadly did not have a group either time and never will. But but the first time was painful. It was so bad. I didn't even make it through the whole movie. I had 20 minutes left. I'm like, shit. And I just restarted the movie. So I watched it. The second time, I actually kind of enjoyed it.
Really?
I was spotting stuff. And now, mind you, this is after I read a bunch of shit about it. So I think the history of it, well, the little snippets and factoids I read, made watching it way more enjoyable.
To be fair, the second time was also a refresher that I watched on 2 times speed before coming over here.
Okay.
So that's probably, it didn't help that it was that, but I don't know. I think if I had a group or a reason to watch this again, I could do it.
I can see no reason to ever watch it again.
Yes, dude. Part of me feels that this
I don't know, man. I
could
gotta see
make,
the ear tugging.
Yes. Part of me feels that this could make a good group watch. But some part of me feels like at one point the group's going to get bored. He effortlessly, and grabs this big-ass steel door off some boiler drum or whatever.
Yeah, but then when there's a scene where I don't know when this is exactly, but he's fighting this guy, some Asian dude, and it's like, it's a struggle.
Yes.
If this dude is ripping off doors and like able to like be and not get hurt and get
in the
shot.
lab.
Why the heck isn't he just like punching the hole in this guy?
Oh shit!
What?
Strength, not stamina. It never increases stamina twice. He has regular stamina, super strength. Super strength at regular stamina is going to drain your stamina twice as fast.
There's the twice.
Bam.
So
what?
I just made that shit up, but it sounded all right.
Maybe for somebody.
I remember the worst part is I know I had a question about something that happened when he was fighting the samurai guy.
Okay.
And I can't remember it for the life of me. It was I felt like it was important, and it's just gone, and I hate myself for it. I'll probably remember it like 3 days from now, and it'll be useless.
Yeah, well, that'll happen. All I know is these fight scenes are over-edited and then oddly edited in some parts. Because like I kind of like the scene where he's shielding himself, right, from the gunshots. So he's laying down, and he twirls over to the pillar.
So that made sense.
I like that, but it cuts to him getting up from that, and it looks sluggish and slow. You didn't even need that. You could have just had him roll over, cut to another section of these guys fighting over here like they have been doing, and then go back to him where he could just be standing behind the pillar. So you have this action-y thing, and then it's like, oh, shit, gotta get up, damn. You know, it's like, no, he's like winded, which even earlier when he's running
He's a big man. Cardio is not his thing.
That's what I'm saying. His stamina is just not there. Every time he does any move, it's like,
hey, he did have polio before this. Probably didn't,
come on, give him a break.
Even if it raised it by 2 times, it probably didn't go up that much.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, there's some things where I just don't, I don't know.
The shield really is just terrible.
Yes.
And here's why. When he was on the ground and he was being shot at and he rolled, it, like you said, it was really good. It made a lot of sense. It was a cool move, quick thinking, great.
Yes.
That's where the double intellect came in. For that. But every other time, because there's a few times he's getting shot at.
Yes.
And like, first of all, like every action movie, when the good guys are getting shot at, they're just never hit.
I want to point out, I've been trying to point this out. they always hit dead center in the shield. Like they
Yeah.
have perfect
Aim for the
accuracy for the
legs.
shield. Yeah.
That's my problem. Is when he's running and they're shooting him, it's like pew, 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 and the shield is like the size of a dinner plate.
Yes.
Dude,
I just pictured a little tiny shield.
fucking shoot his legs.
Yes.
Shoot his lower body.
I thought the same
what are you
thing.
doing?
Dude.
So there's even a scene
Oh.
where like him and the president are together and they start to get shot at and he puts the shield up in front of himself and the president is just standing next to him.
Yeah, man, he has to take care of him
I'll
first.
save me, Mr. President.
Yes. He has to save himself to save the world.
Yeah.
Dude.
There's also
oh,
one
oh.
scene where he ricochets a shot and hits somebody. And it's
Yes.
the only time it happens in the
I
whole
like,
movie.
but I think it was because it was supposed to be random. I don't think it was like intended.
Yeah, I think you
I
might
like
be right
that.
on that. Yeah.
Dude, you know what I didn't like and I forgot to mention? I'm just going to bring it up briefly. But how about that sweet ass getaway on the 10 speed back in
Oh my
Italy?
God.
Oh my god.
Dude, intense. Intense.
I like her. Like, there are no brakes on here. Put your fucking feet down, Captain America. It's a bike.
Yeah, yeah.
Your twice as strong feet can probably stop yourself.
Just rub your feet on the fucking ground.
They splash into the water and the Hotsies stroll up and they're like, they're gone. They walk away. Stand there 2 more seconds. They can't
Yeah.
hold their breath forever.
So it's like literally, I mean, he could probably hold it twice as long.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, I wonder
So-
what else is twice as long.
Nothing.
Oh.
The procedure didn't go well.
Oh.
No, it's twice as long. It's 4 inches now.
Oh my god.
Hot.
So literally, they could have just waited there for 30 seconds. Like, who can hold their breath much longer than
Yeah,
that?
dude, right after they
yeah.
turned around, they're like, they come up, I'm like, oh, missed
And
opportunity.
They should have been like, oh yeah, they're back up
You know
now.
what it is? Is they're
Yes.
they're Nazis who are just all about their weird, crazy science. Like clearly, they had a submarine down there to escape into.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's no way they're still here.
It was all part of their plan, man.
Yeah.
Part of the ruse. No, anyway, let's get to the end and wrap this shit up.
I'm gonna be honest though, when him and the president are like fighting and battling together,
Yeah.
the president's kicking more ass than
Dude,
Captain
he
America.
is.
Dude, actually, I really like the president's character.
The president's badass. They should have had the president be Captain America,
Yeah, dude.
which would have been more
They
patriotic
would
anyway.
Yeah.
have had to repeat the process. They had to kidnap her as a child, and then she would have left
Yeah.
again, and then she'd be alive to go do it again
Oh,
another
man.
day.
Dude, the president was probably the best character
He didn't
of the
need
whole movie.
Captain America.
No,
he was
and,
fine.
And
on
actually,
his
like
own.
that, there's not. I don't know if I can think of any other movie where the president was kind of this badass. I'm involved in the story.
It wasn't a
There was-
movie, but in 24, the president was pretty badass.
Oh, I've never seen it.
Also, never seen it.
Heard good things.
There's a scene where Captain America and the president are fighting, and the president like slams somebody into a wall,
Yes.
and like he gets ready to fight, and then he just like passes out.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is funny too because I think this is when Captain America's hiding behind a pillar or something,
Yes.
and
Well,
his
it's like a stairway.
girlfriend's daughter, his new girlfriend,
Yeah.
is laying just in the open, and Redbeard starts shooting her. He's like, "Prrr," and she's fine. Again, whenever the bad guys shoot a machine gun at somebody,
Yes.
it's just
Instant deflection.
nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't
She's
know,
right
man.
there. Just
I don't know. I
It's
don't
just
know.
like whenever I shoot
Fine.
someone in a game with a machine gun, nothing ever happens.
Yeah. So Captain America, he holds the Walkman in the air, plays.
Am I a
the-
villain?
Yes,
Oh no.
Why? Why? What makes you say that?
he can't hit anything.
Oh.
He was gonna blow up the castle they were in and take himself out and Captain America with him.
Yes.
I was thinking, why the fuck is he blowing anything up at this point? Like, it didn't make any sense for the plot. But basically, he's like, I'm not going down alone. I'm taking everyone with me.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he sort of would have got what he wanted. I mean, he blew up the president, blew up Captain America. You know, kind of ruined.
yeah.
He
Some
said he's gonna
stuff.
ruin like this section of Europe for like the next 100 years.
Huh. Well, I mean, gotta start with some achievable goals. 100
Yeah.
years doesn't seem that unreasonable.
But no, I was really confused why he was blowing anything up. I didn't catch it the first time. I guess it was just like,
Yeah.
you know,
It's
taking
like,
you with me.
Yeah, it's just kind of a last resort.
I don't know
guess.
why this movie exists,
Dude, no, I'll tell you
idea.
why it exists. It exists for one scene.
This next scene.
The greatest scene.
Oh,
I
no.
lied about the memories. I'm sorry. That one does crack me up. But the best scene is when Red Skull's body goes over.
You fucking got wombo comboed.
Oh, dude, that is so good. It's just like, whoa. So
like
good.
when he started to fall, I was like, okay, he's falling. And then he hit the cliff, and I literally laughed out loud.
So
I was
good.
like, all right, cue the dummy, action.
Yes. I
A
love
sack of
that.
potatoes with arms attached.
You see, you get this
Oh,
really far
shit.
shot. Yeah.
That going all the way back to when Captain America's in the plane.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Okay, so they go to cut to him, jumping out of the plane, and it's just like a little toy on a tiny parachute
Yeah.
getting filmed in the darkness.
Yes.
I love that shot. 'Cause
That
it's
is
like,
awful. I love how the guy sticks his head with his hat on out this jet, and like there's like no wind resistance, hat's not falling off. This is unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
What technology?
No.
It's top secret technology.
Anything aerial that
His
they had
hat
to film was awful.
It's twice as tight.
Yes. Anything aerial, anything jets, anything rockets, anything planes
Rockets.
was all bad. It was all bad. Everything else, golden. So after Red Skull takes the dive and the shield of justice boomerangs into his daughter's face, which I can maybe only imagine decapitates her. You never see it.
Yeah.
No, she just probably need like a nose job
He's
or
like,
something.
heads up, bam.
Yeah, with the heads up remark and then the shield, I was thinking that. you know,
Yeah, dude. I'm thinking the way that shield has worked on everything
Yeah.
else. I mean, that shield, it
was-
hit canisters and made explosions.
Yeah, that was
It was getting
weird.
stuck in walls. I mean,
Yes, exactly. It's getting stuck in brick
like,
walls.
it may
It's
not
taking
take
off
a
a
head
head.
off, but like
It's taking off a head.
that shit's broken.
Now, all I know is they didn't show it because they didn't want to do a decapitation scene. That'd be not in the budget. And you know what? They really blew their budget load on the last quarter of this movie for all those quippy little one-liners. Where the hell did those all come from?
I'm not remembering any of them.
All of them. And the only one I really love the most, there's a shit ton of them at the end of this movie. And I love when the president does something, Captain America finds his way to some sort of safe refuge area in this battle. He's like, Mr. President, thank you. And he does like this thumbs up thing. And
Oh,
it,
yeah,
shit.
that was awful.
I kind of thought that was funny though, just because he's Captain America, is the president. We're back to the whole America, like
Dude, it was so corny. I was laughing.
it was, but that's what I feel.
So, like,
Captain America, even the name is the corniest thing.
No, it's
Also-
supposed to be patriotic and like amazing.
I find
No.
patriotism to be quite corny, especially
yeah, a
American
little bit.
patriotism.
So it's just made the whole last half hour, like from the moment they get to this castle, feel like a different movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
If everything even about the writing just seemed different. I think there's more to behind the scenes than we're getting than meets the eye. There's something going on here, and I don't get it. I don't like it.
This movie got food fighted.
I think it kind of did. I want people who know more about this movie to let us know some deets. I need to know some deets.
I just feel like there's so many like comic book enthusiasts and superhero movie like
that are gonna shit all over us.
that. Yeah, they're gonna be like,
I mean, there's probably tons of info we're getting wrong or
Oh, yeah.
misinterpreting. And that's obviously going to happen. So, just put it in the comments and teach us.
no, they're gonna mail us a bomb.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll show those guys Captain America's the best. I'm gonna send them all kinds of bombs and like a fucking. I hate these people. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't know what this.
They're gonna send like a fucking
canister,
like this thing,
an action
an
figure.
action figure of Captain America that's secretly a bomb
Damn,
to us.
I was getting heated.
They're gonna
Yes,
send a
no problem.
rocket, a little mini rocket with Captain America strapped to it, to your
Good,
fucking
'cause
door.
That obviously won't fucking explode.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I want that to land in my yard with a note that says "I hate you."
Yeah,
so great.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh man, somebody
If you
should
just
do
find-
that.
I was going to say, if you find one of those in your yard in the next 2 days, I promise
So
I didn't
great.
do it.
Oh, so good. All right, guys. We have been all over. I tried to keep this as like, from A to B as possible, and it did not happen.
I think it's your job to try and keep it A to B, and it's our job to try and make it not A to B.
Yeah, well, I tried my best to keep us on track, and we derailed.
Personally, I just had a really hard time with this one.
All right, let's get into
we have
it.
to rate this.
Huh?
I just realized we have to rate this.
Oh yeah, and that's coming right now. I'm gonna insert my dominance and say it's time for final thoughts and ratings. I'm just gonna go first. I chose it, and I should go last, but I'm gonna go first because, oh my God, I picked this in spite of you to give you such a hard time And I hope that at least happened a little bit. But man, I had the hardest time watching this movie. I'm gonna give this a 1.5. I don't have much to say about this at
Holy
all.
shit.
I don't have much to say about it at all.
Wow.
The only reason it's getting any type of points is because let me dig up some things. It's a movie, and
What did you give Ooga Booga?
I think I might have given it the same.
Wow.
Actually, Ooga Booga. No, I think I gave Ooga Booga a 0.5 actually.
Okay.
But okay. So here's the thing. It's a movie. It is like a finished production. It's not horrible. I see what they were going for, and I can see where its audience lies. I know, and I feel like a lot of its audience is probably people. Like
I'm
kids.
its audience, and I didn't like it.
Well, yeah, but I bet you kids that grew up with this that look at it now and probably have like a nostalgic place for this, and I'm sure there are people who like it. But here's the thing. I give it most of the points because I feel there's some history behind this, and I want to know it. So it's getting a 1.5. It's not the worst. I don't recommend this at all. I think this was a horrible watch. It was tough, and there were only a few things that were funny, but they were only funny after I could find some info on this movie. If you don't know anything about this movie and you watch it just completely blind, it's bad. In fact, you should watch this completely blind. Oh, that's insensitive. I'm sorry. Mike, what do you say?
All right, so watching it with a group, joking around, wasn't that bad. But I feel like you can't rate a movie off that because no movie is unwatchable in that setup. So yeah, giving it the points on your system, it gets 1 point for being a movie, and then it gets 1 point for each carjacking scene. So I'm giving it a solid 3.
Wow.
Because
a point for each jacking.
Yeah.
All right.
Twice as many points.
Yeah, you gotta double it, so 6.
Oh my
Well,
god.
yeah, all right, so we're giving this a 6.
This is climbing the charts.
No, it's a solid 3. I definitely wouldn't recommend it. Just go watch the new one. For the love of God.
No, we gotta watch the ones from the 70s now.
Actually, yeah, I'm more curious to see the older ones, like the ones from the 50s. Like,
I'm not in a rush.
Is
man.
there one that's older, like from the 40s or 50s or something?
there is one from the 50s. I saw a clip from it, and it's just Captain America stepping into a door with a revolver, like, "Arr!"
Wait, but where?
I felt that Captain America should have had guns, just because it makes more sense.
Yeah, but-
First of all, he doesn't really have any superpowers. He's kind of like Batman, and also he's Captain America, and America solves everything with guns.
Yes, they do.
Everything.
Yeah, but I think maybe what we've seen from the 50s might have been a series. Maybe. I don't know for sure. But
possibly.
I do know there was a series because I thought it was series, film in the late 70s, and then this film. But now I'm thinking there was a series, 2 70s films, and then this one. But I don't know. I don't
I'm pretty
know.
sure there was 2 in the 70s.
Okay, I have to look
I'm
it
not
up.
sure on it, but I'm pretty sure there was 2.
Okay, yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. So, Mike, you give it a 3
Yep.
with absolutely no recommendation. I'm not recommending it either. Russell, let's get that high recommendation, that solid 10. I know it's there.
I enjoyed the comical, not the comic book, but the comedic value of this movie. I don't think that was intentional.
That was
Some
gonna
of
be a
it, some of
question.
it maybe. But I am surprised though, because I am not gonna give it as low as you did, which is weird, because you like these kinds of terrible things.
What?
And I hate these kinds of terrible things. I still hated it. I'm going to give it, I think, a 2.5.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, man. I'm going to be honest. The way you were talking it up, I was thinking higher than Mike. I'm not sure
I honestly,
where.
I
No.
was almost like, are you gonna match me on this?
No.
I thought I was thinking 3.5 minimal, maybe even a 4.
I mean, maybe if I really tried hard to find it, I could maybe get it up to a 3, you know what I'm saying? On a good day, you know?
So I just want to point out,
Maybe if I try harder to find it, I can get it up.
Yeah.
if we're going on the Ooga standard here,
Yes.
this movie's almost as bad as Ooga Booga. Although I gotta say, I watched Ooga Booga twice. I think it was more watchable.
Yes.
It was a more like
I don't know.
enjoyable
man.
experience to sit through the whole movie.
I mean, at least Ooga Booga had boobies in it. But Ooga Booga, I don't think was more
Ooga
watchable.
Oh
Boobies.
man.
Ooga Boobie.
I don't know, man. I think we've talked about it numerous times, even off the show. I feel like if 2 scenes were out of Ooga Booga, it would be kind of a funny watch.
It would cut just enough off the runtime as well to put it into where I can stand this.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I'm torn. I actually gave this a higher rating, but if somebody said, hey, do you want to watch this or Ooga Booga tonight? Because
I would say, please just fucking leave. Why do I even know you?
It's like, hey, just not watch a movie.
Dude, I don't even know why those would be the options. But if those are my options, I'm like,
if you had to watch a movie for the rest of your life,
if you were stuck on a
Captain
desert
America
island,
1990
oh
or
my God.
Ooga Booga.
Dude, it would be.
I'd kill myself.
It'd kind of be a coin toss because I don't know if I could legitimately pick one over the other. I would, dude. They both suck. They're both bad. They're both very hard to watch. And I'm sorry for all of you who like Captain America 1990.
Why?
It's rough. It's rough.
In the comments below, tell us why.
Oh my God.
Make sure to smash that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. You gotta say smash it.
Oh yeah.
If you don't say smash, it doesn't work.
No, you gotta do it like this. Ready? Here's the challenge. Smash that like button in 3, 2, 1. Smash it! You smash it! Awesome job, guys. Good for you.
Oh my God.
Dude.
Why are we still recording this?
I don't even know. No joke. That shit works. I have seen people do that and goes, Dad, I did it. I hit the right button. And I'm like, oh my God. So like all these people have these huge audiences of little children who don't even know why they're fucking subscribing. And you know what? I want that to be me.
Children, don't watch this.
Oh,
why are they watching this?
I was thinking the Let Me Smash videos.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I
next
guess,
movie.
Oh yes, Russell, yours is the next pick.
Oh,
what are you
shit.
watching? What are you watching?
It is going to be. Is it Jones? I'm like,
it's Jones, this guy from Jaws.
Me and
It is Mrs.
Mrs.
Jones.
Jaws. What do we
Mrs. Jowls. I love Mrs. Jowls when she takes those dentures out.
Jaws.
I love Mrs. Jowls.
What movie are we watching next week?
Jowls.
It is going to be our first Japanese anime.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
What are we watching?
I don't think it's streaming anywhere. I will make a copy for you guys. I mean, I'm not making a copy for you guys. Cut that part out.
Cut that. We will watch it together in the same room.
You will buy us all copies.
Yes.
Or rentals. Legitly.
Let me start that again. You can cut all this out and just put in text at the end, or just like you can record it. Just say, next week we'll be watching A Letter to Momo.
This is just like, I don't even know what's happened right now. All right.
Enjoyed it.
Yes. You know what? Be sure to subscribe, share us with a friend, because we are listener and viewer supported. If you like this episode for some weird reason, give it a thumbs up. And go to rewindguys.com for all our other links. It's still not complete, but the links work. The links are there. That's all you need. We'll see you guys next week. Okay. Good enough. All right. So yeah, I don't know if we got the memories of you, girl, before.
I think
there was plenty of that in there.
You think should I sing over time?
No.
Maybe just one word.
Okay.
One
Okay.
verse.
Something about memories.
Fucking Christ.
Memories of you, girl.
You want to know what memories I don't have? Where the hell were we?
Thanks for pressing play on the Rewind Guys podcast, the show where we talk about movies. I'm your host, Patrick Andrews. I was going to go somewhere with that.
I'm your host.
It felt like you forgot your own name. Before we continue, you guys sound normal in my headsets, but I sound distorted. Do you hear me sounding distorted?
You sound great.
Okay, just making sure.
Dude, you sound
Beautiful.
Just making sure it's
sexy.
only myself that I'm hearing distorted, because
sensual.
I don't want the audio to be terrible.
No, okay. Fuck, I forgot where we were.